Hello, and welcome, adventurer, to Mount and Blade Warband. This is an amazing strategy kind of RPG game. First, we're going to make our character. Select your character's gender. Obviously, we're male. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, but I am. Here we go, our story. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was an impoverished noble. You came into the world the son of a declining nobility, owning only the house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood for the rigors of aristocracy and life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page at a nobleman's court. As a boy growing out of childhood, you were sent to live in the court of one of the nobles of the land. There, your first lessons were in humility as you waited upon the lords and ladies of the household. But from their chess games, their gossip, even the poetry of great deeds and courtly love, you quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned from the rough games of the other children, who battered at each other with sticks in imitation of their elders' swords. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became a squire, though the distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to a noble at court, you practiced long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord, and of your duties to those who might one day be your vassals. But in addition to learning the chivalric ideal, you also learned about the less uplifting side. Old warriors' stories of ruthless power politics, of betrayals and usurpations of men who use guile as well as valor to achieve their aims. But soon, everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was the lust for money and power. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear you're now motivated solely by personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, feared. You want to be the one whom others hurry to obey. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. So yeah, that's my dramatic character introduction there. We're going to choose a nice banner for our amazing, but also rather poor house. Which banner do you think we should have? Ooh, it's always just, I always find this a really tough decision, just choosing your banner. I've played this game before, so if you're wondering why I'm so MLG pro at this, that's why. You know what? I think we should have this scorpion. We'll have the scorpion. I like the scorpion. Right, here we go. So, I am, let's say, Sir Eddard, like Ned Stark. Sir Eddard Redwood. I'm just going to make up a last name, there we go. Sir Eddard of House Redwood, if you like. Put some intelligence points up, maybe some strength as well. And some iron flesh, take more hits. We need prisoner management if we're going to make money quickly. We're going to need trainer, because that is very good. It means your troops get experience even when you're not fighting. And we want experience in pole arms, because we're going to be doing a lot of horseback fighting. And you can't do much horseback fighting without a lance. Right, let's pick our appearance. Let's see, what beards do we want? Oh yeah, that's good, I like that beard. I always go for this skin tone. It's just, hang on. Oh, there we go. That's kind of my hair-ish. It's the closest I'm going to get to it, anyway. I think that's good. Hang on, let's have a look at some of this. I might not mess around with this, actually. I'll just, like, do this. Maybe. Is this me? I think this looks like me. Like, should I do that? Maybe do that as well. Maybe. Is that me? I think so. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Let's go to Tolga. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms, battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds many great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key to your destiny in your hands, free to choose what you will, and whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories, you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, and you join a caravan to Tolga in the Kurgit Khanate. Blah, 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 blah. We get the idea. You came in a caravan crossing the mountains that border Calradia on the north and east, bringing spices from faraway lands to trade for wool and salt. The passes were still choked with snow, and it was hard going, but at last you crested a ridge and saw before you the Calradian steppes. On some hillsides the thin grass of spring was already turning yellow, but the lower slopes of the mountain were still a vibrant green. Herds of sheep and tawny steppe ponies drifted across them, like clouds testifying to the wealth of the Kurgan Khans. From time to time, small groups of horsemen would follow your caravan from a distance, perhaps sizing up how well you could defend the wealth you carried. So it was with some relief that you saw the towers of Tulga rising up from the plains. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Tulga, and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn, and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Here we go. This is me! I don't know why I have a crossbow. I don't like crossbows. I'm getting my sword out. Let's go, go, go! Oh, there he is. There's the guy. Let's take him out. Here we go. It's good old sword and shield combat. Oh, big hit. I have this on easy mode for those of you who have played this before as well and know all the difficulties, so I take half as much damage. My friendlies take 3/4 of normal damage. Yeah, because I don't want to get owned. Here we go. Merchant of Tulga. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're still alive, at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me out with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then finally, convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Or rather, the other way round. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking, a lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people start thinking you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had your fair share of experience with the blade, and more importantly, must have a bit of your fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude, and a bit of silver. What do you say? I am interested. Right. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with whatever he says. You get the basic idea. And here we are. This is the world. There's the Kurgan Khanate here in purple, Saranids down here in yellow. We don't need to worry about all the factions. All we need to do is worry about our surroundings. Let's see what we've got. Battle order, blah blah blah. Crossbow. We don't really want these crossbow bolts, because we might as well sell this. Let's go to the market. Oh, there's a tournament. In fact, you know what? We might actually. But yeah, this is that was the game. We're just gonna quickly sell these arms, see if we can get like a lance or a cheap lance or a spear or something. We don't want a pike, can't use. Aha! A bent light lance. Should we get this? Can we afford it? We can just about afford it. But yeah, let's do this. We'll buy this. But that is it for this playthrough of Mount and Blade Warband. This is the introduction. We are at Tulga, and we're going to participate in the tournament of Tulga. Right, I'll see you all next time.